Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we've got 99 cards, cause Commander's number one. Once again, I have Sherman and Slothy with me. Sherman, how are you doing? How are you feeling this morning? We're doing a back-to-back kind of thing.
No, positive. I'm so tired right now.
I'm so awake. We recorded late last night, kind of trying to get a few. I've got some issues, not issues, but just events coming up throughout that. So we're trying to get a few in the bank here. So we recorded last night, like a Friday night early, and then I went to bed, and I never go to bed, so I'm so rested. We look totally opposite.
Yeah, I had my dog wake us up last night for the morning.
That's not fun.
Yeah, it is what it is. So,
Slothy, how are you? You look like the happy medium between us.
I feel like the happy medium between you. I'm rested. Not to the level that you sound. I'm a little tired, but not to the level Sherman is. Yeah, we're pretty good this morning.
I'm gonna call you Goldilocks.
Perfect.
I wanted to. This one will probably be like a faster episode in general. It's one of the. It's an old one from my big box of commanders, but it's one I've kind of wanted to do for a long time. Way back, like episode 10 back. We did an Atla Palani deck, and I have a few Atla Palani decks, but one of them I made specifically after our illegal commanders episode, where I like to play things that don't have partner. I like to play things that can't be your commander, but I also advocate for not everyone's going to agree with that, so you should have a backup option. And this deck was one that was like inspired by that kind of thing. And it's a very, very cheap deck. My version of the deck I'll put up too. It's got a bunch of dual lands. It doesn't need that. But if you just take the dual lands out, it's a very cheap deck. And it's like $80, and it's just a secret commander so that I can play. Let me quickly read what Atla does here. And good morning to everyone. So jumping right into the deck bright and early, Atla Palani is a very fun commander, in my opinion. It is 1/1 red, 1 green, 1 white for a 2/3 human shaman that you can pay 2 and a tap, create a 0/1 green egg creature token with Defender. Whenever an egg you control dies, you roulette through your deck, basically reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature, put that card onto the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom in a random order. So we basically are always gonna, every time this egg dies, we're gonna be able to go get the next creature that comes out. And a lot of times, this manifests in big dinosaur decks, Eldrazi decks kind of thing, right? Like that's generally, I have an Atla Palani Angel deck, which is pretty fun to hatch the angels, I think. But this one specifically, the whole point of this is so that I can play my secret commander legally. So let me scroll to my secret commander, and I'll read my secret commander, and then we'll get into our list of what it is and why. So the secret commander is, with a drum roll, the secret commander here is Serra Avatar. I love the new artwork of Serra Avatar. When it came out, I pulled one in foil, and I thought it was so cool. Just the birds taking all the armor off. It's great. But Serra Avatar is one of those ones that I think is a unique kind of creature, and it's very fun to play. So it's 4 triple white, huge cost to play this. Creature Avatar, Serra Avatar's power and toughness are equal to your life total. When Serra Avatar is put into a graveyard from anywhere, it shuffles back in. As a spoiler, there is no other creature in this deck. It is just Serra Avatar. We are only getting Serra Avatar, nothing else. This deck is Atla Palani and Serra Avatar. Sometimes we might make some dinosaur tokens for blockers, like egg tokens.
Nice.
Yes, so let me scroll back up. And again, like I said, the whole reason of this deck is because we have what is, in my opinion, arguably the largest creature you can have in Commander, right? Because oftentimes, by the time this comes out, it's gonna be early game. This is coming out as a minimum 30-30. And people generally, they threat assess on what they can see, right? So you're gonna see me looking like I'm having like a struggling game or trying to ramp, and you're gonna be wondering, what's he ramping into? Is it dinosaurs? Is it that? And it's just this big monster card. And a lot of times you have a weakness when you play like this, so if you're gonna get overrun, you're gonna get trampled. No one's going to leave themselves open, though, to be hit with a 40-40. So the other thing I like about this deck as well is it's very different for me in the way that I build, because, like I said, there's one creature in the deck, but where's my, how do I see all my stats here at the bottom? I'm trying to find.
Go down to where it's just below where it shows you the mana value.
Yeah, but I just see it as my categories, not my stats.
Click on the categories and change it to types.
There we go. This is why I need smart people. All right, so we've got in this deck 33 instants. Yeah, 33 instants, 13 sorceries. Yeah, so 46 instants and sorceries in the deck when I usually include 4. And one of them is Cultivate. So let's start back up at basically the top here. These are cards that are going to, like, we'll get to an exciting part of the deck. These cards are basically going to one-shot the table. So let's, who wants to start in our basically one-shot cards?
I'll start. So, and you can find any of these cards at one of our sponsors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, buy the expensive versions. Go to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. You're going to get a great discount at checkout. It's going to be fast shipping, great stock. They're wonderful, wonderful people to work with. And yeah, you can talk with me about building and brewing these silly things over on the Patreon, because that's where I tell people my dumb ideas. So, yeah.
Cool. All right. He's just too excited about this deck right now.
I love this deck. It's like, one of my favorite decks. It's the deck will work twice, but you won't surprise people twice. So like people are going to know what it is. It's a very fun deck to play. It's very, very easy to pilot. You're going to surprise the table the first time you do it, because nothing stops you from acting surprised the first time you roulette into Sarah Avatar. You can be like, ooh, but there's other. I also have a second one. There's going to be another version posted in the show notes. I have another one with Worldspine Wurm, which is basically the same deck, but just barely different.
Yeah. Like, this is the type of deck I would bring to a con.
Yeah. It's super, super fun. I've brought it out to a few, I brought it out to the last Calgary event.
Yeah.
So it was a good time.
All right. Let's start off. Basically, one-shot cards here. First one we have is going to be Fling for 1 in a red, instant. As an additional cost to cast Fling, sacrifice a creature. So we're going to sacrifice an egg, I'm guessing.
It is nice.
Deals...
I was going to say quickly, we do have a lot of sacrifice stuff because people are eventually going to stop killing the eggs or attacking and letting you get the egg off. You have to have something to kill your own eggs.
Yeah. So Fling deals damage equal to the sacrifice creature's power to target creature or player. So yeah, you can totally one-shot with Sarah, but yeah, like you said, egg.
Then we've got Grab the Reins. I love the art on that, by the way. 3 in a red for an instant. You can choose one. Till end of turn, you gain control of target creature and it gains haste, or sacrifice a creature, then grab the reins. Deals damage equal to that creature's power to target creature or player, and it has Entwine for 2 and a red. Yeah,
just expensive Fling for us. We also have another kind of version of Pseudo Fling. It's a modal face card, Casual's Fury. 2 in a red. It's an instant. As an additional cost, you sack a creature. Deals damage equal to the sacked creature's power to any target, and then its flip side is Casual Cliffs, which enters tapped, and you can tap it for a red. I was going to say really quickly, we have a ton of things that care about our life total, because it's basically our main damage dealer, right? It's Sarah's power, it's our Fling power. We need to smack people.
Fair. Okay. Next one is Direct Blast. 3 red. As an additional cost cast spell sacrifice creature. The blast deals damage equal to the sacrifice creature's power to any time, and we get to draw a card. Perfect.
Yeah.
Then we've got our Ram Through. 1 in a green, instant. Choose, or a target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. If the creature you control has trample, excess damage dealt to that creature's controller instead.
Yeah. That's a fun card.
Ram Through's rough. It's very good in the Worldspine one because it just has trample in general. But we've got some trample enabling in here. Carrying on with our theme, we have Soul's Fire. 2 in a red. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to any target. You can really easily get your Atla out turn 4, kill an egg turn 5, and then Soul's Fire somebody with the other 3 mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally can.
Or Fling.
All right. Next one is Bud. For a single red, it's a sorcery speed. Has an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. Thud deals damage equal to the sacrifice creature's power to any target. That is so much fun.
It's very fun to say thud.
Thud.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Rounding out this section, we've got the Warstorm Surge. 5 and a red for an enchantment. Whenever a creature you control enters, it deals damage equal to its power to any target.
Sincerely, this cannot be allowed to stay on the board when you have Sarah.
No.
It's very fun to have out. I've had it out a few times, and I just smash people's creature with it. 40 damage, 80 damage. Yeah, it's Warstorm Surge definitely performs pretty well in this deck. We have our draw section. It's pretty weak. It's sadly not as good as it could be, but it's still got some cool ones. So we have Garruk's Uprising as our first one. It's 2 and a green. When it enters, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw. Awesome. Creatures you control have trample. Not something you can leave on the board. And whenever a creature you control with power 4 or greater enters, draw a card. So every time we recycle through to Sarah again, we get it. It's nice.
Then we got Ryle. Single red. Sorcery. Now deals 1 damage to target creature you control. That creature gains trample to enter turn and draw a card. Nice. So you're going to kill one of your eggs.
You could kill an egg, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then we've got Wild Size. 2 and a green for an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 and trample until end of turn and draw a card.
Yeah, that +2 is really putting in a lot of work. Yeah, okay, so now we have my next section is fight, because we have such a big creature that I really like. Single target removal kind of dominates the field right now. So this is just another version of that single target removal.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start us off with our Ancient Animus. 1 and a green, put a 1 on counter on target creature you control if it's legendary. Then it fights target creature an opponent controls. Not many creatures can outfight your life total. If they can, you have way bigger problems.
No, that's fair. I still use these to fight with the eggs, too.
Yeah.
You just love the egg fight?
Yeah. It's just like, beat it down. Oh, you beat it? Well, we're going to get revenge with the Sarah. It's like, here comes Mommy Bird.
Right? Yeah. My egg fights your Ulamog. What's up?
There you go. Yeah, I want you to kill it. It's all good. All right, we got Fight Down for a 1 in the green instant. Target creature you control deals damage equal to power target creature or planeswalker you don't control.
Then we've got Bushwhack. Single green for sorcery. You can choose one. Search the library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Or target creature you control fights target creature you don't control.
I really like building with these 1 mana search for a basic, put it in your hand cards. A lot of people don't like it because they're like, it's not actually ramp, it's like a tutor and stuff. But again, that's what I want to do. I want access to that ramp. It doesn't matter if I have to play it, right? Like, a lot of times it's going to still get me what I need in decks. I find myself playing with them a lot more lately.
Yeah. Well, even if it takes an extra turn or so, you're still getting that extra mana.
And I do just really like the utility of this. Also gives me the fight. Early game, I get a color fix. Late game, bonk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've got our Follow the Hammer here. 1 in a red. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature. Not actually a fight, but still going to hurt.
Next one we have is going to be Pounce for 1 in the green. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control.
Then we've got the strictly better version of Pounce in Prize Fight. 1 in a green instant. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control, and create a treasure token.
It's ramp. It's ramp, baby.
Let's go ripping these hands.
Again, what a wild way to ramp, though. If you, like I said, you only have your 4 mana with Atla Palani. The next turn comes around, we make an egg, then we prize fight the egg, we get a treasure token and Sarah Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just missing haste, unless you have haste in here.
Oh, we might have a little haste. Next we have our Savage Smash. 1 red, 1 green. Target creature you control gets 2/2 until end of turn, and it fights target creature you do not control.
Right. Then, rounding it off, we have Titanic Brawl. 1 in the green. This spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter. Oh. Oh well. Only creature you control fights target creature you don't control.
True. In our lands, we don't have much that's actually important. We do have, especially for a cheap option, all of our Blossoming Sands, like those kind of gain a life when they enter cards, because we care about our life total, right? So It's it's an obvious choice of that one, but there is a few that we need to run, stuff like High Market, where we can tap, sack a creature, gain a life. The deck's biggest weakness is exile. We have some ways to get things out of exile, but you have to be able to, you need to be able to sacrifice your own Sarah avatar pretty quickly if someone's trying to exile it. If someone's trying to destroy it, that doesn't matter. It goes back in the deck. We'll do it again, right? So exile is the like Winds of Abandon, your typical swords, those kind of problems are what you have to kind of threat assess around, and dare I say, kill that player first. Right? Yeah, that's pretty much the only one in this list that really matters, is that ability to sacrifice. Any other sacrifice lands that you have, like I have a Diamond Valley in my full list, right? Yeah, you don't put a Diamond Valley in this. Right? Diamond Valley on a forest. Who wants to start our lifelink section here?
Sure. We got Deafening Clarion. 1 red and a white for sorcery. You can choose one or both. Deafening Clarion deals 3 damage to each creature, and creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn.
I like that it's a nice little sweep, too.
Mm-hmm.
Sherman, you want to take our next one?
Okay, sure. We have Monument of Heroism. 1 and a white. Instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains lifelink to end of turn.
Yeah. It's, again, lifelink is going to be good. This is like, they're power doubling cards for us if we have lifelink, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like if we're just at perfect health and we can hit someone with this, now Sarah Avatar's 80-80, right? 160, 320.
Yeah.
You don't want to let it get out of control like that, right? Infect is kind of how you kill this deck.
Yeah. Plus, like, the lifelink helps, like, if you have all the fight cards, too. So you don't have to attack.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and that's exactly it, because it is the creature, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We definitely have some good life gain in this. Rounding out our lifelink section here is a rally maneuver. It's 2 and a white. Target creature gets 2/0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Not necessary. Up to another target creature gets 0/2 and gains lifelink. That's the one we care about. But first strike eggs would be funny. Okay, start us off with our next one here. This is where we start to get in the spots of the deck that I think are the most fun, because you don't see a lot of these very often.
You're talking about the massive life gain?
The massive life gain. The MLG.
MLG. Starting it off here, we've got the Animal Boneyard. 2 and a white, enchant land. Enchant land is tap it, sacrifice a creature, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness.
There you go. That's a fun card. That is a fun card, especially that deck.
Mm-hmm.
Just people never really play it.
Yeah, you don't see it very often. It's a nice cheap card.
Yeah, it's because it's kind of slow, because like you have to do it in combination of something else.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's better. Like most people would prefer something that's like Ashnod's Altar, right? Just because it's like a mana ability as well, so keep faster.
Yeah.
Technically speaking. Next card is gonna be Boss Strike. Thing white. It's an instant. The next time target creature would deal damage this turn, prevent that damage. You gain life equal to the damage prevented this way. Hey, that's fun.
I like it. It's pretty good for the fight stuff, because we can just be like, hey, like I'm gonna fight, does no damage, but what's up? Next we have our Dazzling Reflection. 1 and a white. You gain life equal to target creature's power. The next time that creature would deal damage this turn, prevent that damage. Again, just another. These are all, generally speaking, every one of these cards is a life doubler, right? Every one of these in this deck basically reads double your life total. So 1 mana, double your life total. 2 mana, double your life total. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we've got Heal the Scars. 3 and a green for an instant. Regenerate target creature. You gain life equal to that creature's toughness.
That's a fun card. It's dead. Nope, it's still alive. And I gain life.
I also really like the art on this one.
Yeah, it works really cool on it, yeah. I like I really like the flavor text on 2. The Elvish Battle Magic has evolved 2 specialties. Inflicting wounds that scar and healing wounds without scarring. Politics determine the recipients of each. It is just a very, very cool card. Again, not one you see very often at all.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff in this deck is, again, arguably silly stuff, right? Like it's kind of a bit of a meme to sit and be like, I'm playing my Secret Commander deck. But that, in my opinion, makes it really, really fun, because people don't really see a lot of these cards played very often.
Yeah.
Like this next one here, we have Watley, the Sun's Heart. For 2 in a hybrid green-white. It's a legendary planeswalker Watley, using with 7 loyalty. Has a passive ability. Each creature you control assigns comic damage equal to toughness rather than its power. And for its -3, you gain life equal to the greatest toughness amongst creatures you control.
Basically, just really quickly, every turn, we are going to pretty much just keep making eggs with our extra mana. We've got so much, we have a lot of single target instant removal with those fights, because it doesn't matter if our creature's tapped, we can still fight on other people's turns, right? But this actually kind of lets us overrun people with eggs later in the end game. It's kind of funny.
Okay. Well, do the eggs have Defender or not?
Do they have Defender? I can't remember. They might.
Yes, they do.
Not if you can't read.
Just take a Sharpie and cross that out.
All right. Well, you can't kill, you can't do it, but you can block with them, I guess. But no, yeah, it is. Again, we're gonna get at least 2 doubles off of this faulty. So, next we have our Predator's Report, a great card. If you can get this card off, it's gonna again be wild. 2 and a green. It's an instant. Choose target creature you control. You gain life equal to that creature's power plus its toughness.
Solid. Then we've got Proper Burial, 3 and a white for an enchantment. Whenever a creature you control is put into a graveyard from play, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness.
We'll be right back.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
That's a really, really, really fun card. Holy smoke. Especially with persist triggers.
Yeah, true.
Next one we have is Sheltering Word for 1 and a green instant. Target creature you control gains extra for end of turn. You gain life equal to that creature's toughness.
Yeah, like I said, we really gain a lot of life in this deck. You have to kill me with Infect or Commander damage. Or get rid of Sarah Avatar and then I walk away from the table. Any of those options are reasonable. Next, we have our Soul's Grace. 1 and a white. Oh, the other big threat to this deck, is if you draw Sarah Avatar in your opening hand, it does not matter if you have every other. You could have the best, play out 6 of the 7 cards hand. You throw that hand away. You mull to 5 if you need, but you do not keep Sarah Avatar in that opener.
You'll just mull the 5, and then you're on your first draw.
No, if you're drawing Sarah Avatar, you got to cry. This deck, great upgrades to this deck would be any of the discard a card like your what's the word I'm thinking? Faithless Lootings, those kind of things. Discard to draw. We got to put some of those in for sure. That I take a few of these other cards out because that's a big threat to the deck is holding Sarah Avatar like a dummy. That thing gets unsummoned. Bad news. Next, we have our Soul's Grace here. It's 1 and a white. You gain life equal to target creature's power.
Then we have Vigorous Charge. Single green for an instant. It has kicker for a white. Target creature gains trample until end of turn. Whenever that creature deals combat damage this turn, if you pay the kicker cost, you gain life equal to that damage.
Oh, we're paying
2 mana?
Yeah,
we'll pay that kicker cost.
Yeah, we're paying that kicker cost every time.
Oh man, that's a fun card. I've never seen that one before.
Right? There's so many silly cards. The next one too, you don't really see very often, which is cool.
Oh, but it's Worthy Cause for a single white. It has buyback for 2. I like this already. Sacrifice a creature. Gain life equal to the sacrifice creature's toughness.
I love it.
That is a worthy cause.
It's so funny to just keep, because you've got so many things that just kind of let you instantly sack things, right? It is really funny the fact that you can just have open mana, Worthy Cause, buy it back, Worthy Cause an egg. Now I'm up 41 life, and I have that untapped Sarah Avatar out. That's a problem.
Yeah, I like cards like these just because like you don't see Wizards ever reprinting these.
No,
ever. Like you have this one from Tempest, Vigorous Charge was from Odyssey?
I think so.
No, Invasion.
Invasion.
Invasion, okay.
Like, they're never going to reprint these cards. Just get them just because they're stupid. They're fun. People will never play these. They're hilarious.
The other thing, too, is that Vigorous Charge, again, you don't see that card pop up basically ever, but it's a cool card. Like the fact that it gives you that access to Trample and Lifelink at 2 mana is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Let me see if Vigorous Charge is used in decks.
It's in 224 decks.
Oh, you're already on it. Same. You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it's definitely a pretty unused one.
0.02% of decks that can play it.
Yeah, a lot of these cards, like I said, the fun thing, like kind of like the Indomitable, right? It's fun to just build with what you have in random stacks because no one threat assess this. You know what I mean? Other than Sarah Avatar going smash, you don't know what I'm going to cast. It's all garbage.
Yeah.
Let me crack into our ramp here. We have a Commander Sphere. It's nice and cheap ramp. 3 mana for a colorless artifact. Tap it, add 1 mana of your commander's identity, sack it, draw a card.
Then we've got the Darksteel Ingot, 3 mana artifact. It's indestructible, and you can tap it for 1 mana of any color.
And then we have Explosive Vegetation for 3 and green, sorcery speed. Search your library up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle.
Yeah. We have Bloomborough Farseek because that honestly is the Farseek to run. 1 in the green. Search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain. Put it on the battlefield tapped. Then we shuffle.
I love that art. Then we got Fire Diamond. 2 mana artifact. Enters tapped. Taps for red.
If we have Infernal Plunge for single red, sorcery. As an additional cost cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Add triple red to your mana pool.
I did get a really, really early kill at the face-to-face. I played this 3 times at face-to-face Calgary. And I got a turn 4 kill with someone. I said, who wants to die? And everyone kind of laughed. And because I had gotten a rock out like turn 2, we're ahead. We got our turn 3 egg. And then I sacked an egg and used the, so 1 mana to sack the egg. And then I used the Soul's Fire and killed them. Nobody believed in my vision, but they're good sports about it though. But yeah, that is cool ramp when we're trying to throw creatures away, right?
Yeah.
Next we have our Kodama's Reach. It's 2 and a green. Search your library for 2 basic lands. Reveal them. 1 to the battlefield, 1 to your hand. Basically, when you're looking at these cards like Cultivate, like Bushwhack, the 1 mana is the search for a land to hand. The 2 mana is to field, like a Farseek, right? So yeah, that's generally the way you should cost these things. But I put Kodama's Reach in everything. It's basic.
Then we've got the Marble Diamond, 2 mana artifact, enters tapped and taps for white.
Then we have the Moss Diamond for 2 mana. Then tap and you tap it to add a green.
1 sec, I just dumped the other list there after so we can maybe mention some of the more expensive stuff if we need to. Okay, now here we've got our Prismatic Lens next. This just is a filter for us, but it's a 2 mana rock, which I like. 2 colorless. Is this the head of my anime mirror girl? It looks close.
It's close.
Could be. We've got Prismatic Lens, so you tap, add for a colorless, or pay 1 to tap and filter your mana colors.
Yeah. And then we've got the Selesnya Locket, 3 mana artifact, taps for green or white, or you can pay 4 hybrid Selesnya and sacrifice it to draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
Then we have this. Sorry?
No, I was just saying, yeah, like it.
We have the Selesnya Signet for 2 mana. Tap it to add a green and a white.
And we round it off with Soul Ring here for our last piece of ramp. 1 colorless, you tap, you add for 2, you get 2 colorless. Nice, easy, simple card. All right, there's more than 1 card in the next section, and I think Sherman will be proud of me because of that. Not as many more, but we're learning.
We're getting there.
Who wants to take us away?
Sure. First one here, I assume you're talking about the removal section?
Yeah. It's not even a word I can pronounce.
All these guessing games. We've got Aura Mutation. Green and white for an instant. Destroy target enchantment. Create X 1/1 green separately creature tokens, where X is that enchantment's mana value.
Like to see it. Next one we have is going to be Hatch, or green. Sorcery, destroy all enchantment. It also has lightning too.
I've played too many games against players like Brian. Players like Dean, who have just board states on board states of enchantments. I love to pack destroy all enchantment effects into decks. Go ahead and have your enchantments can't be targeted stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
We have a Return to Dust, 2 double white. Exile target artifact or enchantment. If you cast it during your main phase, you can exile up to one other target or enchantment. I also like to run that one.
Yeah. Then we've got Return to Nature. 1 and a green for an instant. You can choose one. Destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or exile target card from a graveyard.
Oh, that's one of my favorite removals. The Sundering Growth for double Slazina, so green-white or green-white. Okay, instant. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, then populate. So to populate, you create a token that's a copy of another creature token you control.
More eggs.
Egg.
This deck's putting all our eggs in one basket for real.
It seems really over easy to pilot so far.
Again, this is an Oonga Boonga magic deck. This is big creature, bonk. That's it. We're attacking with it, we're fighting with it, but we're only managing one creature. There's no, what if my trigger, I need to remember this at the upkeep? No, it's very simple. I throw Sarah Avatar at you. That's it. You try to exile Sarah Avatar, I sacrifice it, and then it comes right back, and I throw it at you again. That's the whole deck. The whole deck is just throwing Sarah Avatar at everyone, seeing who it hits, trying to kill people, or thinking that it's funny to make Sarah Avatar fight a Birds of Paradise, which I've done repeatedly. I think that's hilarious every time. Especially because, like I said, with the big, massive life gain total section, right? This deck oftentimes honestly gets into the thousands of life total because I just constantly keep doubling my life with those stupid abilities. It's really fun to do 4,000 damage to a Birds of Paradise. Can't be stopped. Next, we have 2 cards specifically only to save Sarah Avatar. One is very, very important. You gotta keep that card in your hand. This is Pull from Eternity. It's 1 white instant. Put target face-up card that's removed from the graveyard from the game into its owner's graveyard, which will shuffle our Sarah Avatar back in. We're back in business.
So if they exile something face down, you can't pull it back.
No, again, this deck has many weaknesses. This is Oonga Boonga magic. We've just learned Fire. That's playing with instants. You get what you get. You want a complex game plan? Listen to one of Sherman or Slothy's episodes. You want to be silly? I got you.
Kind of runs out real nicely that way.
Yeah, it's all you need. This is again, if you want to be dumb for like $80, I'm your man.
Next up here, we've got the Snakeskin Veil. Single green for an instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains hexproof until end of turn. So I know that I get what the theme of your deck is. It's really weird saying instance so many times when talking about one of yours.
Yeah, right.
It is throwing me off.
It's also as well. A lot of times when we go out to events, like I said, that's where I like to take this the most. My friends can see what I'm doing from a mile away. The third time I cast an instant, they're like, all right, he's up to something. But at events and stuff, a lot of times when we meet people, number one, they have to blind assess, or they're people that listen to the show, and then they have to be like, well, this is Daniel's deck. He's not playing like that. And then I have like I said, 30 instants in the deck, and I'm just throwing Sarah Avatar at everything, and you guys can't clock what I'm doing. Doesn't happen.
It's true.
There's our secret commander again. And then here we've got some cards that care about Sarah's power. I'll start. Sherman, you start us off here.
No, I got it. All right. Let's start with a Johnny Goldmane for 2 double white. Planeswalker Johnny comes in with 4 loyalty. We have a +1. You gain 2 life. Nice. A -1. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures being vigilant until end of turn. Double night. A -6 ability though. Put a white avatar creature token onto the battlefield. It has this creature's power and toughness are equal to your life total.
Sarah Avatar number 2. Oh, I love it.
I forgot about the Johnny.
Right? You don't see many of these old Johnnies anymore. People like to play the Infect Johnny now and stuff, and I don't know. I like these old life ones. Next, we have the Ajani Caller of the Pride. 1 double white, legendary planeswalker Ajani, starting 4 loyalty. +1, you put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. -3, target creature gains flying and double strike until end of turn. That's not as relevant. It's going to give us evasion, but double strike's a little redundant with how big that is. It's not really going to matter many times. But we do care about this -8. Create X/2/2 white cat creature tokens where X is your life total.
Meow.
Yeah, meow.
I can see that that -8 getting out of hand a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Next up here, we've got Feed the Pack. 5 and a green enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a non-token creature. If you do, create X/2/2 green wolf creature tokens, where X is the sacrifice creature's toughness. You're sacrificing eggs to this, I believe, right?
Gotta be non-token or I would.
Oh.
Yeah, I would love to sacrifice the eggs. Well, unfortunately, I can't.
I will make 1.
Yeah. Yeah, no, making, again, like I said, if you're at your just starting life total, 42 twos is kind of a problem most players can't come back from.
Rakdos Charm.
Rakdos Charm definitely does get me. You'll get me for sure.
No, that's fair. That's fun. Next one we have is Fungal Sprouting for 3 and a green sorcery. Put X/1/1 green sapling creature tokens onto the battlefield, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control.
Right? Kind of fun.
It's fun.
Our next one is a fun one too. This Ooze Garden. It's 1 and a green. It's an enchantment. You pay 1 and a green and sack a non-ooze creature token. We got that. Put an XX green ooze creature token into play where X is the sacrifice creature's power. Play it only anytime you could play a sorcery. So it is really fun to, again, if you have something like the Warstorm Surge and a bunch of mana, you can just like continuously like sack an egg, sack Sarah, sack an egg, sack Sarah, and just like blast the field with these things. But again, you're getting a life total green ooze creature token, like a 40/40 and 80/80. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, we do like the more things that are sitting on the board that let me throw away Sarah when I inevitably get Path to Exiled or Swords to Plowshare or Imprisoned in the Moon, any of that nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not today.
Fair.
Then we've got Soul's Might. 4 and a green for sorcery. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature where X is that creature's power.
Oh, that's so stupid.
True.
Right. Next one. The Skullspore Nexus. 6 double green. Let you heard of that. This spell costs X to cast. X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Whenever 1 or more non-token creatures you control die, create a green fungus dinosaur creature token with base power and toughness equal to the total power of those creatures. And, oh my goodness, 2 in attack, double target creature's power until end of turn.
We're making Mega Sarah Avatar. Yeah, it's a problem.
That's a fun card. Wow.
It's Skullspore Nexus is actually like one of the cooler cards they've printed in the last few years. And again, it still sits at 849. It's something that I think already needs a reprint, but it's so fun to play. Again, the cost reduction to get it out for when you're playing big things, I just like it. It's just one of those cards that speaks to like, I want to play big, dumb stuff. Here we go.
Yeah, Lost Caverns had quite a few really cool cards.
Yeah, I agree. It was a surprisingly good set. Next, we have our Unleash Fury for when our life total's just not enough. 1 in the red, instant, double the power of target creature until end of turn.
Ooh, I'm happy I get this one. We've got Unnatural Growth rounding out this section. 1 and 4 green for an enchantment. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn.
Yeah. Like, I was
Sorry?
going to say really quickly, it's so easy. Like, if we have our Skullspore out, we have our Unnatural Growth out, right? It's very easy to, like, again, our life total's 40 up to 80. We double it with the Skullspore, we're 160. We double it with Unleash Fury. We've spent 4 mana to be at like 320 power for our life linking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. I like it. Thank you here, Sherman. Oh yeah, I guess you guys, I don't know if you have the grids up. Trample's our next section.
Right. So, you have 4 cards left from the looks of it. First one we have here is going to be Colossal Growth for 1 in the green. Instant. Has a kicker for a red. Target creature gets +3/+3 to end a turn. If the spell was kicked, instead, that creature gets +4/+4 and gains trample and haste until end of turn. The haste is nice.
Yeah. The deck should have more haste stuff in it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, even just like an expedite
Any
draw
of
you a
those
card
things,
as well. Yeah.
It's a deck. It's not a good deck. I've never made this claim.
Yeah. Like you said earlier, you're playing interaction and instance.
Yeah, there's some. I've gone the wrong direction with it, though. Next here, we have a Crash Through. 1 red mana. Creatures you control get trample until end of turn and draw a card.
Then we've got Gaia's Gift. 1 in a green for an instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains reach, trample, hexproof, and indestructible until end of turn.
That's a really good card. It's so good.
So good.
Oh, it explains why because it's $2.
Yeah, $2 common is pretty crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm looking at like the digital one. It's like, it's 72 cents. No, it's not. All right. The last card here we have is Massive Might for a single green. It's an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn.
Yeah. Like I said, this is it's a very, very simple deck. I'm going to flip over to the other list in a second here to show people some of the upgrades on it. But again, this is like a very, very cheap $84 list. It's going to do what it's meant to do. That's like the only thing this deck can do is just straight out throw Sarah Avatar at things, damage people with your life total. It's the reason I was thinking about this one is because of Sherman's whenever a creature deals damage, gain 100 life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably put that in this deck because Sarah Avatar will definitely station that card. I'll tell you that right now. But that's
she might get there.
As soon as I was the whole time you were talking about that deck, I was like, well, that has to go in Sarah Avatar, obviously. Going over to my
Dawnspire's fun.
Yeah,
the
right.
Dawnspire is fun.
Dawnspire is fun.
Everyone says the same thing. The Dawnspire is fun.
I did get very positive feedback for that one, so I liked it. In the expensive list, this is like a $2,000 list. Don't play this, but we have things like Aetherflux is a big upgrade. Obviously, it's like $25 bucks. Whenever you cast a spell, you gain a life. For each spell you cast, pay 50 damage to target creature or player. Just a solid thing in life gain cards in general. What else do I have in here that's expensive? Is it mostly my lands, to be honest? Is Aetherflux
just looking through this, it seemed like the rest of your deck minus the lands is only 100 bucks.
There we go. Angelic Course, I was going to say too, is another. I had taken it out of my budget version. It's 3 double white. Whenever a creature enters under your control, you gain life equal to its toughness. That's basically just another every time you get Sarah out, double your life total, which is great. Yeah, I don't think I have many different things. Is it just my land base? That's hilarious that you can. Oh, I do have Obliterate. Don't be that person, but it's really funny. Obliterate in this deck is it is a cheap one. It's not in my chill version, but it can't be countered, destroy all artifacts, creatures, and lands that can't be regenerated. If Sarah Avatar is not out, you are left on the battlefield with Sarah Avatar and no lands, creatures, or artifacts.
Yeah.
I think the most hilarious addition to this is your Altar of Dementia. That's amazing.
Do I have Altar of Dementia here?
Yeah. You do. You absolutely
you do.
Monster.
That's really funny. Altar of Dementia is a good one. Again, another $18 card, but yeah, like there's not many differences. Like it's pretty much my land section because I built it out of I'd put together a Sarah starting list. That's how I make my things. I was like, I'm going to make dinosaurs and I want this big, cool, stompy dinosaur one. And I'd gone through and a long time ago, I made Hope one, an Atla Palani deck. That's the deck we did before. And I was just like, okay, well, I don't want it to be like just that thing. So I'm going to power it up. It's going to be a powerful one. So I pulled all my duels, all my shocks and everything that I wanted for the deck. And then I just got the idea to make this stupid fight list thing. And so I just didn't change the land base out. So one of my decks that's just sitting there is just a trash deck with dual lands in. That
trash deck with $750 Diamond Valley.
You need the diamond. You gotta have the Diamond Valley. But yeah, I think Altar of Dementia. Yeah, that's the sack a creature. Target player puts cards equal to the sack creature's power from the top into their graveyard. That's hilarious, especially with eggs out. You can just be like, I sack this, I sack an egg. I sack this, I sack an egg. You lose.
Yeah.
What else do we have? That's it. Those are the differences in the deck. So this shows that I'm not a very good deck builder. Oh, we do have a Surge of Salvation in it as well, which is 1 white. You and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Prevent all damage that black or red sources would deal to creatures you control this turn. Another good one is like a Chandra's Ignition, but oftentimes I don't want to kill Atla. Yeah. Like I said, it's a very straightforward. I'm going to send you guys this one too. This is the other version, the very final version. There we go. This is a $93 version, which is with Worldspine Wurm. And I think it's because Worldspine Wurm is just basically a little more expensive. Pretty much the same section. Oh, Carnage Altar is a good one where you pay 3, sack a creature, draw a card. Greater Good is sack a creature, draw cards. You can't run that in the Serra Avatar version because you can't draw 40 cards a turn or 80 cards. You can't rely on that.
Mm-hmm. More of like a populate sub-theme in this one.
Yeah, exactly, because you get the... I'll read that one when you get to it, but like this one has like things like Phyrexian Vault, pay 2, sack a creature, draw a card. Ravenous Amulet from Foundations, pay 1, tap it, sack a creature, draw a card, put a soul counter on it. Then it has like an each opponent lose things, but we're using it as a draw thing. Most of the fight's the same. The populate is the main theme because you get the extra... You get the Wurm tokens. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we have like the life finds a way whenever a non-token creature with power 4 or greater enters under your control, populate. That doesn't matter in a Serra Avatar one. Song of the World Soul, by the way, I've never played this card without having a great time. It's like one of my favorite cards to actually get out. It's 4 double white whenever you cast a spell, populate. Phenomenal. But yeah, like I said, most of this is the same minus those things. And then where's my Worldspine Wurm when I get to it? Holy. It's a different... Yeah, so it's the same kind of theme as Serra Avatar, just a different secret commander option. You could still run the Serra Avatar version with this, and it just wouldn't be as optimal because this thing doesn't care about life totals as much. It cares about like tokens. But Worldspine Wurm is 8 triple green for 15/15. When it dies, create 3 5/5 green worm creature tokens with trample. When it's put into a graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it. Nothing stops you from putting Serra Avatar and Worldspine Wurm in the deck. You could just do that, but where's the fun in that? Not as fun to be like, oh, there's 2 creatures in here. No, it's fun. It's fun to kill the first egg and be like, let me roll. There's only 1 creature. And you just sit there and reveal cards and everyone's like, what is this garbage he's playing? And then they see Serra Avatar and go, ooh.
Oh no.
Yuck. Yeah, that's, like I said, that's it. It is a very, very simple deck. Like it's a, Oh, this one also does have Rupture, sorry. Rupture is a cool card to talk about in a removal section. It is 2 in a red. You sack a creature, deals damage equal to the creature's power to each creature without flying and each player. Again, you can't run that in Serra Avatar because you will die.
All right, we'll call it a draw.
Yeah. You will die if you do your life total damage to yourself. It does kill you, believe it or not. But again, being able to throw 15 damage at all creatures and each player, pretty good.
Yeah. Especially when you still do have a bunch of things in here that you're gaining a bunch of life with too.
Yeah, just not as much. But like I said, I'll post all 3 lists, all 3 ways of playing it. No, you know what? 2 ways of playing it. One way is just me being too dumb to take dual lands out of a deck. It's kind of like in one of my other decks, we played Sophia the dog detective thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have it's on our YouTube, and I'm playing against Connor's like silly deck. And I play like turn 1 Savannah into, I think it's like turn 1 Savannah Soul Ring into like a what's it, Moss Diamond? Something like that. Like it's it's 2 dual lands that I tap to play a Moss Diamond, something like that. I'm not a smart person. I have never once. I'm a person who has a lot of magic cards, but I'm not a smart person. So every time people see that, they're just like, what is he doing? Like, did he just tap a Savannah to play a Moss Diamond? You gotta do what you gotta do, right? You guys have any closing thoughts on my silly deck? Not all at once, yeah.
Oh. both being Canadian about it, waiting for the other person to go. No, I'm a big fan of this style of deck. I like the nice, simple, throw things around type of things. Sarah Avatar is a really neat choice, and yeah, I do look forward to playing against this one, but it's going to be scary.
It's a lot of damage you put out.
See, like, this is what I mean when, like, you should talk to your playgroup and be like, okay, guys, like, I know everybody wants to, build their deck the most optimum, OP way, like, just kick butt all the way through, yada, yada. But then you never experience decks like these. And that's what really, really, really makes the game fun, is when you can do stupid stuff. Like, we have so many different ways to build a commander that, like, it's fun to explore new things and new ideas. And this is one of the reasons why, like, you should get your group to, like, be more creative and promote, like, uniqueness and everything, like, or even if it's not unique, it doesn't matter. Just try new stuff, right? And this is a great example of that. Like, how many people how often do you run into decks like this? You don't. You really don't.
The
off chance you do.
I really just like that you can throw together this, again, you don't really need the deck doesn't have to follow this basic theme. Like, the core cards of this deck are probably like $40. Atla's a very, very cheap commander. Sarah Avatar is a very, very cheap card to get a copy of. Even a nice foil copy of it is going to be like $1.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a really, really fun deck to experiment and play around with, but you don't really have to invest a lot to have like it's a very different play style than your typical, like, I'm going to beat people with creatures or I'm going to have a game plan. No, this is single-minded. This is life total go burr.
And truth be told, sure, the deck is like $80, but in reality, it's probably going to be more like $20 because you probably have a bunch of these cards anyways. Or if not, you ask your buddies, and they're like, "Yeah, here you go. Here's a stack of them. I don't care because they're all commons and uncommons. They're like, once again, draft chat. No one really cares. So in the end, like,
I was going to say, this version of this Atla Palani's deck, you could come and assemble at my house just by looking through boxes. If we wanted to do like a building day and I said, hey, Sherman, like, come build a deck, you would find every one of these cards pretty much. Maybe you couldn't find like the elephant graveyard or animal boneyard. Like, that's the only one that might be missing because I just don't have, I'd say I don't have a lot, but they probably do in my like white uncommons that I haven't sorted through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I like it. I like stuff like this. So
yeah, the only thing, like I said, you just have to, if you know somebody swords to plowshares a lot or exiles creatures, kill them. That's it. No mercy.
Yeah, 100%. It's justified to target people when they literally go against your strategy.
Yeah, when they're the only person who can kill you. Like, again, if somebody's playing like a mono green deck, that's fine. We'll smash with the best of them. If somebody though is like that because destroy's not a problem. They can generous gifts or beast within my stuff all day. I'll have, feel free. Go ahead. It's right there. But the exile, the swords, if they pack those, and a lot of people do, if they have the color for those in the access, you gotta do it. Although you could maybe tempt me into letting it go to exile by being like, I'm trying to gain you life too. I'd be like, maybe he's on to something. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole deck list. There's nothing else to it. It's just a nice simple deck from the vault. Yeah. That's it. That's it. I wrap us there. Where's my button? There's my button. Thank you guys for getting through another episode of Into the 99. I want to know, have you ever built a secret commander deck? Is there something you like to try get out? I like to see people who go that route, and it's not actually what's in the command zone, right? You want to try get a like Soul Scar Mage or something, whatever it may be. We did a whole episode on legendary or non-legendary creatures that I'd love to play with. So have you ever made one of these? If you want any of these cards, go to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. It's going to get you a discount. It's going to support a great business. It's going to support us. It's good for everyone all around. Like, share, subscribe. It really, really does help out. Leave comments. Let us know what I should put in decks, because again, I put silly things that I want, and I like seeing other people's suggestions. I miss things all the time. If you want to go above and beyond that, come over to Patreon, come build decks with us, chat with us, and last but not least, like I said, throw these in AR Armor sleeves. They're just a good business. I like them. They do a lot for the community. They're nice. They're good sleeves. Really good sleeves, actually. I really like them. That's it. Enjoy your music, and have a good week. Bye.
Later.
Bye-bye.